Hello and welcome to our first episode of Losers Watch Love Island. We're starting with Love Island USA Season 6. I'm Brandon, and I've watched a handful of this show.
And I'm Crista, and I've watched a lot of this show. Most of it.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're watching episode 1 of Season 6 of Love Island, so we're going to go through each person that comes on the island.
Starting with Serena.
Starting with Serena.
Queen. 24 years old.
Media strategist. Loves ball pen and short kings. She's from Houston.
What is a media strategist? Like you're like a social media...
Or the person that deals with like you talking about or talking to the news and press conferences maybe.
Isn't that a publicist? Or like,
No.
I guess no. Like a manager?
No.
Huh.
No.
Weird. Okay. Yeah. Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
She also likes tattooed people. You missed that part.
I missed that part.
Who was into tattoos. No one here really has tattoos. Well, they all have like some tattoos, but no one's like fully tatted.
Hey. Okay.
Hey, no, my favorite part though, you missed it. When she said, I'm looking for my Mr. Clean.
Ooh, I do remember her saying that. Ooh, that's rough. He's so old.
Yeah.
She's only 24.
She's a Virgo. Twins.
Okay, number 2, Kaylor, 22 years old, from Pennsylvania.
She is in school. She doesn't have a job. She's in school for a master's degree for helping people with special needs. Like some kind of job for that, she would say.
And she did say she was smart.
Yes.
We'll see if she makes smart decisions.
Probably not. She's never been in a relationship, so
Fair.
I feel like I don't know. Her type is douche. TikTok famous. She loves people who are TikTok famous. Douchebags.
Doesn't sound very smart.
No. Well, you can be smart and make bad decisions on men. That's two very different things. She could be book smart. She's going to school for a master's degree. I couldn't do that.
Doesn't sound very smart.
Oh my God. And she wants to have kids. She looks like the chick who plays Betty in Riverdale. Sorry. Context that. You don't think so? I think she looks like Betty. Lily Reinhardt or whatever the hell her name is.
Maybe. Not.
I think she kind of looks like Betty.
She's just blonde.
Oh my God. It has blue eyes and
Anyway, Hannah. Moving on to Hannah. 26, North Carolina. Says what's on her mind.
More leopard print. Hideous.
She was born sweaty, though, and she admitted that.
That's because she has a disease. She has hyperosis or whatever it was called, where it makes her hands and feet profusely sweat.
Yeah, born sweaty.
Yeah, that sucks. I would be so sad.
That's fine.
She's also never been in a relationship. This is the season of people who have never dated, so why not find love on TV instead?
Yes, the truest of loves. The love on TV.
Yeah. Well, but the only thing I liked about her is that she doesn't care about star signs and Virgo and all of that.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Sounds smarter than the one who claimed she was smart.
No.
And then proclaimed she was a Virgo.
No. I disagree. I did not like anything she said. She thinks she's funny and she's not funny, so that's where I'm at with Hannah.
Okay. The fourth one in, Leah, 24, Calabasas. I don't know where that is.
No, I have no idea. Medical device sales, and she has a master's in public health, so she actually might be smart.
Yep, definitely.
She's a Leo, triple Leo, loves attention. She mentioned that like 3 times. I'm a triple Leo.
And she has snakes.
Oh yeah, and 3 dogs and 3 potbelly pigs.
That's too many animals.
And she had more than that. I just I couldn't keep up with how many things. I remember she said she had 3 golden retrievers and 3 other dogs that aren't the golden retrievers and horses. I named her Too Many Pets Girl. Because that's too many animals that she has. She must live on a farm.
I assume so too.
She's Persian. She talked about being Persian. I feel like that was like her proud roots of being a Persian girl. I've never really seen a Persian girl in here, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
Cool.
And
Janae.
the final girl brought in, Janae, 27.
The oldest.
The oldest. Day trader in foreign exchange, which means moving around monies.
Stock market? Or just moving?
Could be either.
To me, in my head, a day trader is like a stock exchange person. She's from Hawaii.
Hawaii, yeah.
But grew up in Asia. She was born in Hawaii and she grew up in Asia. So she's very traveled, which is kind of cool.
Specifically grew up all over Asia.
Yeah, sorry, yes. She kind of moved around. And then I don't know where she lives now, though. Did she say where she lives now?
No, it didn't.
Because I think she lives in the States somewhere. I just don't know where.
Yeah. But she has a credit score of 807.
Yes, and she FaceTimed a guy for 8.5 days. Like, I don't understand that. FaceTimed until her phone died. And it's like, do you watch each other sleep on FaceTime? Like, you just have your phone set up beside you while you're sleeping? And then
you wake each other up.
And then when do you go pee? Like, do you bring him to the bathroom with you? Do you...
No, you leave him staring at a wall.
And then, so 8.5 days, do you have a job? Like, did he come with you on your job and you guys just muted each other? I'm
Day trading can be done on the computer, I'm sure.
But you know what I mean? Like,
working remotely.
You have to be lying. 8.5 days has to be a lie. Like, you can't bring someone... I wouldn't even want to bring you with me for that long. Like, I don't need you to come to this bathroom with me. I don't want you at my work. Like, it's just a lot
here. Why are we hating on Janae? Like,
I'm not hating on her. I just have so many follow-up questions. And the fact that she only told us that in her little beginning intro thing and didn't tell everybody else that, because like if I was one of those girls, I'd have 50 questions that I would want to ask, and I would ask. Anyways,
she's looking for an introverted man to boss around.
Yeah, and then she said, I'm 27, my back hurts. I'm like, same, but a man's not going to fix that for you.
No, you're just old, and you're still on the south side of 30.
And she's a Sagittarius. Don't forget. I don't know anything about their star signs, but they all seemed really proud about who they were as Sagittariuses and triple Leo.
Okay, so at this point, did you have a favorite girl in the villa?
I like Kaylor. Even though you think she's dumb. I liked Kaylor.
I didn't say I didn't think she's dumb. She's just claimed that she was smart. She has to prove it.
Well, she hasn't proved to me that I think she's dumb yet either. I like Kaylor, but I like blondes, so she was like my standout.
I also like her, I think.
But like, are we talking looks, personality? Like, what do you want?
Just
here?
in general.
A favorite? Gosh. Well, I'm just asking. I like Kaylor. Both would be my choice for her, and I also like Leah.
I also like Leah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's not enough info about them yet. I don't like Hannah.
Yeah.
I can tell you that right now. She irritates me already.
Yeah.
I hope she goes home early so I don't have to listen to her the whole time.
Agreed.
Yeah.
She'll probably be here the entire game. Who knows?
She'll probably win.
We're recording this after a few episodes have already been released, so who knows? We're very far behind.
We're 2 episodes behind. It's really not that deep. And I think they're off tonight. So. Okay, so men. So Kendall was first.
Well, hold on. Do we want to talk about how they brought them in? How they brought in each girl individually, and then this time they brought in all the men at once?
Yeah.
It was just kind of a pouring in instead of like every man coming in one at a time to introduce themselves.
But I think my brain gets confused because Love Island US or UK doesn't do it the same way. US always has the girls in first and the guys. UK brings two of each. Like they bring them all together and then they couple up differently. So I can't think of, because we're only on season 6 of US and UK's season 11. So my brain gets confused because I can't think of if they've ever done that before. Mm-hmm. But I know that they've had them come in and they all got to ask 3 questions or something of each guy individually before choosing who they want to partner with. So this was different, but they've done similar stuff before. I just don't remember what season that was that they did that. So I don't know. I like this way though. Like, I think that's kind of interesting to let them meet everybody, ask questions, get to know each other first, and then
have a hangout before the picking process actually comes and everyone's in there almost on equal footing.
Yeah, instead of you're just picking off looks the other way.
Yeah,
like this kind of gives you more of a, does the personality work, and maybe gives people more of a chance at the beginning, because a lot of the time you couple up for looks and then
you break up almost immediately.
Like the personality ain't it, and that's not what we were looking for. So it's kind of nice to actually be able to give them more of a chance at the beginning.
Yep.
Even though I feel like Love Island doesn't want you to have a chance at the beginning. So I don't know.
No, I agree.
But
okay, so we'll do the guys. First guy coming in.
Kendall.
Wow. His name's Kendall. Put some respect.
They made a joke about it being Kendall.
Put respect on his name.
Well, he's 26 and also a medical device salesperson. What is with the medical device salespeople?
Apparently, it's just the perfect job.
Is that a job in Canada?
I don't know.
Curious. Dallas, Texas.
Yep.
He described himself as dangerous and spicy.
And is also a nerd.
Star Wars, superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My kind of guy.
He's been single for 2 years. Oh, but he's the guy from Love is Blind. His parents got divorced and he is jaded from it, and that's his problem. Like, he is, who was that on Love is Blind? It was the one...
So many of them, actually. Just all of them.
No, but we saw their parents talk on Love is Blind. With...
The
Clay.
Clay. It was Clay.
Yeah.
He's not Clay.
Yeah. That's what this guy already, like, came off to me when he was like, I'm kind of jaded from it, and I don't know if I love because of it. And I wrote Crybaby. And I wrote definitely will cry more than once during the season.
Wow, that's aggressive.
That's one of my predictions.
Okay.
That's it.
Wild predictions out the door here. Okay. Moving on to Aaron.
Aaron. He's a deckhand on a yacht. That's a cool job.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I feel like, how do you have a relationship? Like, how long are you gone on your yachts and stuff, like, in between? Can you bring your partner?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know?
He is actually from the UK, South Devon. And so he brings in that British accent.
Yeah.
That flourish of the well-traveled person.
But he wants to move to the U.S. Like, he said he loves the U.S. way more than he loves the U.K. Like, he's looking to wife up and be able to move here and, well, not here, but move to the U.S. with somebody that he actually wants to be with. I don't mean it like he needs a green card and he's trying to wife up to move here, but...
Trying to get off that goddamn...
And then he was on
deckhand job.
Another reality show and he won a bunch of money.
Oh?
He talked about that. So, and he gave it all to his mom.
Aw.
Yeah.
What a champ.
I don't remember what the show was because I've never actually seen it, but he said that he won that show, won a ton of money, and he gave it all to his mom to help pay for debts in her house or something like that, which I thought was super sweet.
Aw.
And then my last note was, Will love Kaylor because it's his type to a T. And that I already had that written. Just from his intro, I knew that Kaylor would be his one.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, we're not there yet.
I know, but I'm just saying. Wild predictions. I have them.
Okay, the next fella is Koye. He is 28 years old, and he is a giant. He is 6'8".
Yeah, he's a big guy.
He's a union director, a 17-inch shoe size, and he is not a player. And he has a Chihuahua because he needs the smallest dog for his ginormous self.
And then he's from North Carolina, too. It's crazy to me that they bring in all these people from different places. Like, it's just, that's so hard to long distance it. Like, we have people from Texas, we have people from North Carolina, we have the guy from the UK. Like, the only couple I've ever seen make it is Will and Jesse. And only because Jesse moved to UK. She's Australian, isn't she? Or was he Australian?
I don't know.
I think she was. But, like, that was the only reason that worked, just because she was immediately ready. She didn't even go home after the show. She went with him to his house for months. Like, I just don't think everybody's willing to do that.
Yeah, that's true. Love Island, the UK version, has that advantage of at least you're semi-close, where the States is pretty far.
Yeah, and then you're bringing in someone from UK.
Yep.
And being like, yeah, okay, you guys got this. Figure it out. And now we know he's broke because he gave all the money to his mom. So.
Oh, doesn't mean he's broke. He's a deckhand.
I also, for some reason, wrote Black Don't Crack because I thought he was pretty decent looking for, like, everybody else is so young there, and he's the oldest one, I think, out of the men, or one of the other ones. And
no, he's the oldest man, 28.
His skin is beautiful. He has beautiful skin. But he loves talkative and adventurous women. I think he had really nice skin. I'm just saying.
Okay, moving on to Cordell, the youngest. He is 21 and from Texas.
He's an
aircraft fueler. Yeah.
A weird... It's such a niche job some of these people have. But this season, they're not just all like, I'm a model. I'm a social influencer.
Personal trainer.
Yeah, like it's the same jobs. Like, at least they diversified a little bit here.
No, true facts.
And a girl from school. I've never really seen anybody that's just like a student, or talked about being a student at least.
Giving up their education to come on Love Island.
It's summer. She would not be in school anyway.
Could be in school for summer.
Oh my god. I wrote
the courses.
I wrote that I think this guy's immature and childish already. And he's a short king, 5'8". So whoever said they like short kings, you're in.
Well, he's 21, so immature is allowed.
I know, but who liked short kings? Serena.
Serena liked the short kings, yeah.
Yeah. And his brother is an NFL superstar, and I feel like that is partly why this guy's on the show, because his brother is
Famous.
yes, and his probably the disappointment child in the reality of life.
Wow.
I don't mean that he probably, like, if your brother is an NFL superstar, you are clearly now just automatically the disappointment because you're not as cool. So he's probably trying to get himself out there, but he dresses really well. I like his style.
Okay, that's good.
He's killing it in the clothing department.
Okay, final guy, though. Rob. He is...
Oh, Rob. He was on Love Island. He was in Casa Amor.
Which Love Island? I don't know which one.
I don't remember which one it is. I looked it up. I think, no, it was Cassie's season. It was last season.
It was the last season of Love Island USA?
Yes, it was season 5 with Cassie.
And Bergie! Bergie! Shout out Bergie!
Because Kaylor recognized him, like, immediately when he walked in. She was like, Casa Amor. That guy's from Casa Amor. She said it like 5 times. And everybody else is like, okay. And he's a snake catcher.
Yeah, what a cool fucking job.
Well, he works for a reptile removing company. That's wild. I didn't even know that was a thing. I know there's pest control, but maybe UK is really big on snakes and, like, other
the
stuff.
UK.
He lives in the UK.
No.
Oh, I'm thinking of Aaron. I'm getting confused. No, you're right.
You're confusing the two brunette men.
Oh,
this is Rob.
They do look
the all-American Rob.
Okay, well, they look very similar. But he's the one with the big snake tattoo all the way up his arm that I think looks really cool. It's very well done. That's really it. He's not a one-night stand guy, loves to travel. I wrote he's probably a nice guy. Like, he seems very nice and generic.
Okay, so who's your favorite guy so far before the coupling ups?
I don't know. I feel like none of them shared much of their personality. Like, that's
definitely true. Like,
they're just not talkative.
6'8" was really, like, the most impressive thing about him, and he didn't really talk a lot about himself.
Yeah.
Intro, at least.
Well, and that's what I mean. Like, the guys just don't say as much, and the girls show so much more personality. I don't know. Rob's fine. Aaron's fine. I don't know. They're all fine. No one was like a big red flag right away, you know? Like, it's just very normal.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think they're all fine to me so far.
I'd give it to Rob or Cordell, personally.
Yeah.
So far, I think it's them.
The youngest one is probably my least favorite so far because he has, I don't know. I found him kind of annoying, but that's the only thing I've gotten from his personality is a little annoying.
Okay.
So we played the icebreaker game. So that was new. I've never seen them do this before, where they get to kiss each other to decide.
Yeah, like they get a game before choosing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was neat.
That was cool. That was new. So they all picked who they wanted to kiss. And, like, I don't know. It was interesting to see who they decided. But the grossest one was when Hannah kissed Koye, and his face was pure white.
Oh, yeah. That was
horrid.
Big oof on the makeup kiss. Ugh.
And, like, no one else. That didn't happen to anyone else. It was gross. That's way too much makeup. That's when you know you're just hiding your whole face.
Yep.
Oh. I can never rate what they look like until I see them without makeup because I just can't tell on this show sometimes. But that was too much already. It was disgusting. Everybody else was normal. And then I remember that Leah kissed Rob and Kendall, and she liked Rob's kiss better.
Mm-hmm.
She did talk about that.
Yep. Shanae kissed Koye and Rob. Yeah. Aaron kissed Kaylor.
And Kaylor kissed him.
Yeah.
And Rob.
Cordell kissed Serena.
Koye also kissed Serena and Janae.
Yep.
Obviously. But also, I didn't talk about my predictions. My guess was Serena would end up with Cordell. Is that the young one's name?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. That's Cordell. Kendall's the first guy. Kendall's the tall one. Yeah. Cordell's the young one. So I knew, like, in my brain, I was like Serena and Cordell, and then it would be Janae and Koye. That was just from the kisses, from everything. I could just tell that's who they wanted to partner up with. I just knew.
Mm-hmm.
I just knew. But that's just because she likes the short kings too. That's like the perfect couple for her.
Yep, that would have been.
But
okay.
So then the girls got to pick based on who they like. So they got to stand on big hearts.
Yep. The guys stood on big hearts, and then the girls had to
run up to
the hearts that they wanted to be with.
And
so who did we get?
No surprise, Koye with his 3 women standing on his thing.
Yep, we had
Janae.
We had Koye with Serena, Janae, and Hannah.
Gross.
And then we had Rob with Leah, And then Aaron had Kaylor.
which is the cutest couple.
So Cordell and Kendall had no one on their hearts.
Sad face. That was so sad for them. But, like, I also get it. It's hard because...
You gotta go with your gut.
Yeah. And then it gets sucks because then the guy, only Koye got to pick
True.
who he wanted because the other two were just automatically couples, and that's totally fine. They were happy about it.
Yep.
But then Koye had to pick, and obviously he picked Janae because I knew it, and in brackets, knew it. And then same with, like, I knew all three of those people were going to Koye. I don't know why. I just could tell Hannah was super into him.
Mm-hmm. So Hannah and Serena got thrown off that heart, and then they had secondary options. Cordell chose Serena, and Kendall chose Hannah.
Knew it. Serena and Cordell.
The second option.
Oh, but I said that before. I just knew they were going to be together because Koye can only be with one girl, and he's obviously going to pick Janae.
He's 6'8". He could be with so many girls.
Yes, but I knew he was going to pick her. And then, and Aaron and Kayla were so cute. They sealed their first coupling together with a little kiss, and it was adorable. Usually they don't kiss this early on. It was cute, and I wrote that they're my end game couple, even though it's the first. I would love for them to stay together. I think they're adorable. I love them.
Based on almost nothing.
Yes, but I love them. I think they look so cute together. I think they have these cute little matching personalities. I just think they're adorable. But yeah.
And then all the couples got to go off and, like, couple up, hang out, talk, chat it up.
Wait, when I made note of this because I thought it was hilarious when they had to put Kendall and Hannah together because that was the last option. He wasn't able to pick anyone.
Yeah.
His face was like, fuck my life. And then they didn't even ask. That's the only couple they didn't ask if they were happy about the choice.
Oof.
Because A, it wasn't a choice, and B, they would be the least compatible people. Like, they just don't seem like the types. I also don't think he thinks she's attractive at all. Like, I don't know. I don't think he really said much because they didn't ask.
Yep, I
Like,
agree.
it's just so weird they didn't ask. Every other couple are like, oh, so are you happy with your choice? Are you happy? And then this one, they're just like, okay, it's you guys. Go at her. It just was sad for them.
I mean, it happens in every season, I assume.
That there's one, like...
Yeah, like, not everyone gets a good first choice. Like, when that one season where the audience hooked them up.
Oh, that was awful, and none of those
Awful.
worked out.
None of them worked out.
Which is why they've never done it again.
Well, maybe. Who knows? It was interesting.
Yeah.
This one's fine. I'm fine with this one. It was a good little option.
It's cool.
Pretty
Like,
neutral.
Like, I think it's nice to give them a chance to see them first. Love Island USA is far less creative in what they do than the UK. The UK gives a lot more options, and they do different stuff, which is crazy because we're on season 11, and I still find that they find a way to spice things up every time.
Mhm.
I think USA is very flatlined. They do the same kind of things, the same formula. And it's not like, and I think that's partly because it's not as long as the UK. The UK has more leeway because they can have 92 episodes and the US can only have 40 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I just don't think they give the same thing. But then US has cast, no, they don't have cast sub more.
No,
That's
the UK is the
The UKs are just better. The UK seasons are better, and that's fine. I like the US better because I can understand what they're saying a lot more, and I can have subtitles. Just
Sure.
saying. I can't have subtitles on the UK, and that's the one I need them for.
That is true. Come on, streaming services. Put subtitles on these shows.
Yeah, Prime. It's your fault. So,
We got to see all the couples hang out, chit-chat.
and there was like 3 couples that kissed each other. Again, they never do that in the first episode. That's always like the faux pas of, ooh, I don't know if I should kiss him yet. And they always wait for games, but I guess because the game was first episode, it makes it more like willing to do these things.
Yeah, like the precedent was set.
I kind of like that though.
Yep. Cordell and Serena had a chit-chat. They're both from Houston, or live in Houston, I guess.
Yeah.
And they both had matching outfits for this. They were cute with their little green outfits.
Yeah. I don't know. There's no spark for her though. Like Serena has no interest in him. Like you can tell. And then let's talk about his skit or his like monologue. That's the word.
Because he wants to be an actor.
Which he did not voice at the beginning also. That was horrible. That poor guy will never be an actor. It was actually awful. And I feel bad, but like he's never going to be an actor. Tell me I'm wrong.
It wasn't a good skit, but he didn't sell it. But she didn't give him the chance, and also it was like 30 seconds. It's not his fault.
But it was just...
I have high hopes for you.
No, it was bad. It was just bad.
Cordell, you have a chance. I believe in you.
And then my other thought the whole time was, why does he look so stupid and confused every time he talks? Like he was just like very, huh? Like it was like a question mark every time he spoke. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't think I got that from him. I thought he was fine.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Okay, we had Hannah talking to Kendall. She liked Kendall's fuckboy fade. Kendall had no tattoos, and I wrote down that Hannah doesn't seem into it. I don't think it's going to last that long.
Didn't I just say that?
Okay, fine, moving on. Aaron and Kaylor, they had a little chat. Aaron is a vegan, I think, he said, or made that make sense?
Yeah.
But Kaylor thinks Chick-fil-A is the best fast food restaurant ever.
So you can have one vegan, one not.
Yeah.
We knew someone like that, and then she just converted him back to meat. So that's just what you do. Maybe he'll be a meat eater sometime soon.
Get away, Aaron, get away.
No, they're so cute.
And then I wrote down for Rob and Leah, their conversation was kind of meh.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything out of them, so... Yeah.
No spark.
Yeah. Hannah and Kendall made out on the beach chairs, and Kendall got covered in her makeup.
Yeah.
This is the time that they were kissing, and like it was after the chit-chats.
Like, I don't see them working. It's just confusing that they're now kissing, too. You know what I mean? Like...
Yeah, that's true.
But maybe it's like a try it, keep trying and working on it because that's your couple. But I just don't get that vibe from them.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then we got a text about our bombshell.
Liv, the first bombshell.
She's cute.
She's Australian.
Yeah. She's never been in a serious relationship because that's the theme of season 6.
Yep.
Really weird.
She talked about snakes at one point, and she thinks they're insects. So yeah, she's real smart.
But Rob thinks she's so hot, and he's the snake wrangler.
Yep, but they're insects. I'm just stuck at this point. I'm sorry. Do you not have an education in Australia? Come on.
I think Kendall talked a lot about how she's exactly his type, like his normal type and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rob also thought she was super hot. Like everybody seemed very into her. She is very pretty. I think she's cute.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like she wants somebody to move to the U.S. with, because that maybe her and Aaron should get together and both move to the U.S. together from Australia and UK
without a green card.
Yeah. That way they know for sure they're not marrying for green cards. They're marrying for love.
So the twist of this one is Liv gets to come in as a bombshell, and she's going to be able to pick her coupling at the end of the night.
Yeah, it's very fast.
Yeah.
Usually it's like 24 hours, 48 hours, something like that. So to do it the same night, which is crazy, but I don't know. She gets like, 5 minutes of conversation with each person before she gets to decide, really? Like, that's rough.
We're shown 5 minutes, but like it's a whole day. Well, not a whole day, but like it's a pretty good chunk of the afternoon and evening.
But she came in the same day. Like, how early do we think they get to the villa? It's not 8 a.m.
True. Everyone is like on a fast pass, at least in this first episode. You're right.
It's kind of nuts. But I don't know.
Yeah. She was good on it. She pulled everyone for chats. She got to choose everyone.
Yeah, she did a good job at talking to everybody, though, and actually giving each person a solid chance to at least build a connection with before choosing, which I guess you would have to do in there because you're only getting a couple hours to do it. It's not the same.
Yeah. I thought that she was like very aggressive for pulling people for chats, even when they were like talking to their current couples, but like being on such a tight deadline, like I have to talk to this person, otherwise I might not choose them, etc., etc. Like, I think that's acceptable, but like it was just weird to see how many times she just stomped in on conversation.
But
nothing against her though for that.
But I appreciate that more because at least she's making sure she can have those conversations and talk to everybody. I hate when people are like, I don't want to step on toes, so they don't talk to someone they find attractive in a way, and then they never know whether that like might work, especially because it's so early days that they have the time to do that, because no one's married off to these people right now. It's too soon, so she should.
Yep.
But also maybe they made it look more aggressive to us the way it was edited.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Like because she would have, Kaylor and Aaron were talking for 3 hours, and then she stomped in, but to us it looked like 2 minutes, and she all of a sudden was like, I'm pulling you.
Sure.
So it's hard. The edit is hard.
Yeah.
So then she chooses.
Yeah. So they all got summoned to the circle, the fire pit.
The circle.
So
Yeah.
They
And then
sat around the fire pit, and then the only recoupling is whichever one Liv chooses at this point.
So who did you think she was going to choose? Like, what was your, like, picture in your mind?
I, for some reason, and, like, this is weird, but I thought that she was going to steal, like,
Hannah's partner.
No, I thought she was going to steal Kaylor's partner, Aaron. And I don't know why. It's just like a blonde for a blonde. It seemed like the switch that was going to happen.
But he's not choosing.
I know Aaron's not choosing. It doesn't make sense.
I thought it was going to be Kendall, because they had, like, Hannah's, the one with Hannah.
Yeah.
Because for one, they don't like each other. I don't care that they made out. They do not like each other, and that's fine. But they had so many chats. Like, their chat seemed more he's very into it, and you can tell that. But I thought she seemed pretty into him. So I was like, yeah, that's who she's going to choose. I'm confident, I'm ready. And then we get to the moment, and they're like, okay, Liz, who are you going to choose? And then she chose Rob. I don't even remember her talking to Rob.
Yeah, I agree. I was shocked.
Like, my jaw was on the floor, and I yelled, what? And in, like, huge letters wrote, Rob, what? Because there was no showing of a conversation with them that actually made it seem like she would choose him as a coupling.
It did not. Didn't make any sense to me.
And poor Leah.
Poor Leah. I like Leah.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I felt bad. Like, and Rob looked shocked. Like, Rob was like, pardon? You're taking me? Like, it was no one saw that coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel bad for Leah now, but she's not going home.
Yes, that's good.
Nice.
That is nice for Leah. At least she's not going home. And secondary twist, 2 new bombshells are coming in right now. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, and all I wrote was, white guy be ugly. And then I wrote that the other guy's definitely going to couple with Serena. I just know it. Because Serena and Cordell, they're not into, like, Serena's not into him at all. I don't know his feelings on it, but you can tell Serena's not. She's definitely going for this guy, because we don't know their names yet.
Yeah.
I'm just going off of their walk down the front
into the villa.
there. Yeah. And I was like, oh, yeah, there's Serena's new man.
Okay, fine. That's your prediction. I'm not bold enough to say that yet off of their walk. So sorry.
And then we'd already talked about, I guess, who our favorite people.
Individual people without Liv. Did Liv change your mind on who your favorite female was?
No, I still like Kaylor.
Yeah. I liked Liv. So, like, she's pretty high up on my stocks, I guess.
Kaylor's, like, bubbliness. Like,
yeah.
Kaylor's very bubbly, and Liv doesn't seem as, but that might just be because she was being more aggressively shown.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't find her as bubbly, and I liked Kaylor's, like, cute bubbliness. So, so my favorite couple still stands as Kaylor and Aaron.
Okay.
That hasn't changed for me.
I want to be a believer. I want to say Cordell and Serena still have it.
What?
You think it's a wild take? I think that they're cute together. Even if they're not feeling it, I'm picking them as my first episode's favorite couple.
Serena goes, I'm really just not feeling it. And Brandon goes, yeah, they are. They're going to do it.
They're going to make it.
See? Oh, my God.
They're going to make it.
You're insane.
Well, that's it for us for episode 1. We'll be back with a few more episodes later. We're not going to do a 1 per 1.
It'd be so boring. You'd listen to us talk for 5 minutes, and that would be the end.
Yeah, so we'll do a couple compilation episodes and then progress the story, and we'll see you next time.